guys, welcome back. If you're new here, my name's Sophie and I'm a traditional artist living in the southwest of England, and here on YouTube I have been documenting my small business journey. I have an Etsy small business where I turn my art into largely prints and stationery based products. I've also documented my journey of my art style. There's a whole range on this channel and I just bring you along for the journey. Today, I apologise firstly if you could hear the fan. It is another hot day here in England. Recently, we've been going through a really tremendous heat wave. If you watch lots of YouTubers from England, you're probably bored of us all saying this at the moment. We just don't deal well with heat over here, and this has been extreme for us. So I do apologise for the fan, but it is much needed. So today we are actually preparing for a very new online market. So I'm taking a pause. Last time in the studio vlog we were doing lino printing ready for the in-person event I've got coming up later on this month. So we're going to put a pin in that for now. I will be documenting the rest of that kind of lino printing process, but today we are focusing purely on getting stuff ready for the online market. And then I thought I'd bring you along with me for the online market weekend, which is next weekend. It is the Festive Makers Market, Christmas in July, run by my lovely friend and fellow eHearts member Helen. So I'll tell you more about the event as we go, and like I said, I'll document the process. I'm not really sure what to expect, so this is the very first online market, but I'll bring you along and share with you the results. But before we get going, I had a great morning out with hubby, little man and my mum as well, at our local park. So there was something called the Big Draw going on. It was two charities getting together, and there was lots of little children's events which my little boy had to go on, and a walk and draw which me and my mum had to go at. So you had to draw 6 things whilst moving around. And so I only managed to get a couple of clips because I didn't want my little boy or any other kids to be in the clips. So I just got a couple of clips, but I'm going to show you now what we spent the morning doing. Then we went off to like a family event, which is at the school that I work as well. If you're new here, I have a 3-year-old little boy, as well as running my small business and being a mum. I also work part-time in a special needs school. So they had a fun day on at the school as well today. It's always on the same day. So we went straight from the drawing event to the family event at the school. Obviously didn't film any of that because lots of kids. So I am in much needed of some quiet time in my art studio. So I'll just share the couple of clips I took this morning. And then I've got some small business unboxing that I want to do before we get going with the market prep. So check out what we did this morning and then let's have a look at the small business goodies. Okay, so I say unbox some small business goodies, but 2 out of the 3 I've fully opened, and even one of them I've started using already. So I'm more sharing what I bought from them rather than the actual unboxing. So the first one is from Lucy Locke's Art, and this is the adorable thank you card that I got. Look at that illustration. Let me bring it closer so you can see these little bunnies. I just absolutely love her nature illustrations. And she was having a clearance sale on to get rid of all of her cat and dog items because they don't fit like kind of her style anymore. So she was clearing them out. And now it is our plan as a family to be getting a dog probably next year realistically, but in preparation I wanted to get the dog journal bundle. So this is what I've got. This is the journal bundle. So I haven't opened it yet, so let's I won't get the wrapping paper out, but you can see the wrapping paper with all different types of breeds of dogs on it. And in this journaling bundle, so you can just buy this as a full bundle. I think she's got some left. I think she's carrying on the clearance sale until they're all gone. You get this dog's washi tape. I'll show you well, that's going to pick it up on there, but you can see all the different dogs on there. And then You get this dog sticker sheet, but look how many stickers you get on that sticker sheet. How cool is that? And then you get these dots and squares for your journaling. I just think that's such a cool little bundle. And then I also got these freebie stickers. So I got this little doggy, and then I got a whale, which was her most recent collection. I think she's just bringing out a moth collection now, but her last one was the whales. And then these two peppers, which I think are just really, really cool. And what I love is that you can see the, I don't know if it's going to pick it up, you can see the pencil marks. Like, it's just, the detail is so, so cool. So that's from Lucy Locks Art. We'll be tagging all the small businesses I mentioned down below in the description. So if you want to go and check them out, I highly recommend that you do. And then the next two small businesses I purchased from way back in the eHearts market, which was back in May. One of them took a while to arrive, and I just haven't been able to unbox them with you because I shared the other purchase that I made with eHearts market, I think, in the last vlog. So let's do Whisperia. I'll show you this in a minute, but got these stickers. So it came in like this little cello bag, and also with this like old style washi tape, which is quite cool. Trying not to let things get blown by the flan. So I've got Mood Reader, Tea Drinker, which is very much me. They do a lot of bookish bits and bobs. Drag with a pile of books. I think this was the freebie sticker. Write Your Own Story. I just loved this sticker here. This is my little thank you card. And then I got these from the Library of, and it's got like a little, like a library card kind of book review kind of thing. I thought these were really cool, and you get like a few of them in the pack. So I thought this might be good for some journaling, or in my own bullet journal for my readers, like reading vlogs and things like that. So that was Whisperia. Oh, and the other thing I got from them, which I've already used, and I just never seen anything like this before. So they sell watercolors, and there's a whole range. I had a hard job to choose, and they're handmade watercolors, handmade using pigment, and it, like, so you get these little blobs, and it comes into card. Obviously, it looks really messy because I've used them. I've used them in my sketchbook already, but they're all metallic. So this one is Bedazzling Blues, and there is a whole range of different ones. As you can see, I've used it already. But you get these little dots, but you don't need much on your paintbrush at all. So you can see I've had a good go at this, and the blobs are still quite thick on the card. So it just comes in like this little card. This is in relation to my hand. But it's such a cool idea. I've never seen anything like it. And let me find my sketchbook. Let me show you what it turned out like. I was going to turn this into a print, but I'm not going to now. But I had so much fun painting with it. And this was a design that I was using in the last studio vlog for my lino print. But this is the like stained glass kind of window. Look at that shimmer. How cool that is. So this is the painting that I did using those watercolors. Really, really impressed. I would highly recommend checking them out. I've just never seen anything like it, like I said. So that's Whisperia. And then my other one was Ouija Art Studio. And look at the packaging. And I just absolutely absolutely love Nigel the Ghost. So he's all over the packaging, which is really, really cool. And then inside it is, I have already had a peek, but then I covered it back up because I wanted you to see the lovely Nigel paper. Ta-da! So this is the Nigel that I took off of the envelope. So he's very red edges, but I peeled him off the envelope because I just love him so much and I want to keep him. He'll fly away by the fan. So I got this planner sticker sheet for my bullet journal because I just think it looks really cool. They're really good size. Then I got this scrapbook kit, which is very apt because we're going to be making scrapbook kits today. But this is Ouija Art Studios scrapbook kit. There is so much good stuff in here. I cannot wait to do some journaling with that. There's some mushrooms, and I might save it for the autumn time, do you know what? Because that's going to work so well. So that's really cool. And then I got some stickers because I am addicted to stickers. So these die cut stickers. So this was a thank you card, Nigel the Ghost. Can you see a theme? And I got this e-hearts Nigel. It's like mirrored on the back. Shimmers. I got this grumpy toad because I love frogs and toads. I think they're so cool. And I got these freebies. This is me. Ooh, stickers. That's literally all my brain says. And I didn't sleep last night. I think that's everyone in the UK during this heat wave. So these were the stickers that I got. So that's all of my goodies from the small businesses. Oh, I've got another little one. Thank you for shopping at the Hearts. That was the little freebie sticker I got as well. Yeah, so these are my stickers, and that was my small businesses haul. So what did we want to get done today? So for the market, I'm not launching loads because, well, I'll have a chat with you properly later on about the small business market as a whole. Oh, forgot there was a colouring sheet as well from Ouija Art Studio. Yeah, sorry, back to what I was saying. I'm not launching loads at this market. It's a new online market. I'm not quite sure how it's going to work, so it'll be fun to document the process. But I didn't want to put too much pressure on myself because I've got this big in-person market also this month, which is what we were doing a lino print for. So I didn't want to stress myself out too much with this online one. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to be launching a new art print, and I'm going to be launching I'm going to call it my scrap packs. So I did a spring one with you guys. I done it on the channel in one of my vlogs. And I think I called it a collage kit for the spring, but it's more scrap pack rather than collage. So I'm going to rebrand it. So I'm going to do new branding for the old kit and then bring in a summer one because I want to do one for each season. So I'm going to launch that. And because it's a Christmas in July event, I'm really just going to be pushing. I've still got some Christmas decorations from last year, and I've got some gift sets still on the shop. So I'm just really going to be advertising those. I'm going to be running a 20% off code on my shop, an exclusive code just for that market. So yeah, I don't want to be adding loads of new products. So I think it's going to be I think it's going to only be those two products launching. And then I'm planning to do a larger kind of autumn winter shop update. Like I said, I've got lots of thoughts, so I'll unpack those with you as we go on for your vlog. I also I've just filmed my sketchbook tour. I just finished this sketchbook here. It took me about a year, but I decorated the front inside cover of this one with these flowers. Oh, look at my little kingfisher guy. And I want to do the same on the back because a lovely elephant, look at him, looks lovely. So I want to do something here, and I was thinking I've got some Conte de Paris pastel pencils, so I was trying to do something with this on the back page. So we might do that together today as well. And then, like I said, this vlog will carry on to next weekend, and I will film the market itself. So I think let's jump on the computer now. And I've already designed the packaging, so I just need to format it, print it off, and then we can start making up the scrap packs for the summer scrap packs, because I haven't even gone through what I want it to contain yet. So we'll do all of that, and then I will probably chat with you once we've done that. Oh, I also want to try journaling with that scrap pack, kind of like use on social media to show how you can use it, also in the images on Etsy, things like that. So yeah, that's a plan. I am a bit of a hot mess now, but I have finished my scrap packs. So I have made 8 scrap packs, and I'm so happy with how they have turned out. As you have seen, I've updated the packaging. I've done that one on my spring one as well. So here's the spring version, and now I've got a summer version as well, and it's going to be an autumn or winter coming. I'm really pleased with how they look. So in this summer scrap pack, you will get a piece of yellow paper. It's like handmade paper, not really vellum, not like really tissue, but really, really thin paper. And then you've got 2 patterned kind of wrapping paper offcuts. You've got this little deco page here, which is actually taken from one of my old notebooks that I made. So I did this illustration here. 2 of my double-sided bookmarks, one of my oh, he's upside down there, Aslan vinyl stickers, and then also a variety, so you'll get a different one in each pack, like one of these quote cards as well. So a good variety of stuff for journaling, scrapbooking, junk journaling, similar in the spring one. In the spring one, again, you've got the 2 kind of pattern papers. There's a piece of tissue paper in that one, again, a bookmark, a vinyl sticker, some offcuts of card, and there's also a little embellishment of a butterfly there as well. So you always get pattern papers, you always get either like a tissue paper or a handmade paper. You'll always get at least one bookmark. This has two, this has one, kind of, it's the same amount of items but just varies. A sticker and some kind of embellishment. So they vary, and like I said, they're in colour, like colour combos. They complementing colours, that's what I'm trying to say. So obviously this is a lot of yellows, blues and greens for the spring. For the summer, there's lots of pinks, purples and a bit of yellow as well. So I can't wait for these to go live. So I'll need to update, well, I've already done the photography for the spring one, so I'll just have to update the listing for that one. Draft a new listing for the summer one. I'll do that in the evenings. I've run out of time in the studio, and to be honest, it's just too hot to be in here any longer. I'm bright red. The fan is doing nothing anymore, so I need to get out of here for today. But jobs in the evenings this coming week will be to draft listing for this one. I do need to still do the journaling using these items to add to that listing as well. I need to do the formatting for the art print. The art print, it is from my sketchbook. It is a recent illustration I've done. It is this lion illustration. This will be coming in an art print to the shop as well, along with the summer scrap pack. So I need to do that this week, and we'll finish off the sketchbook, that last page. We'll do that next Saturday. So it is currently Saturday the 27th of June. Next Saturday is the 3rd of July, I think, maybe 4th. I can't quite remember. Anyway, next Saturday will be when the online market launches on the Friday night. So I will probably speak to you again on the Saturday. So the online market will be underway. I'll give you my thoughts on how the market's going so far. We will finish off this sketchbook together. And yeah, we'll see where the weekend takes us. So I will chat to you. Well, I'll film the little bits that I do in the evenings in the week when little man's like going down, when he's going to bed. He doesn't like me in the room, but he likes me still upstairs. So I'll put him to bed and I'll come in here and I'll like do the stuff on Etsy and on the computer and stuff. I'll film all that, and I will chat to you next week. I can't even get words out. I'm too hot. Hopefully this time next week it will be a little bit cooler. I love the sunshine, but just not this hot, please. Hi guys, so it's now Saturday the 4th of July. So I did not film the stuff that I promised I would film. I'm sorry. So I did get the art print finished and up on so the lion art print is now an actual art print on my shop, linked to Gelato, which is a print on demand company that I currently use for my art prints. More on that later because that may be changing again, but I'll speak to you about that later. So that's done, and I did do the journaling. I didn't film the journaling because, do you know what, I just put some worship music on and I just had a really fun time doing it, and I kind of didn't want the pressure of filming, and actually I even forgot to film, but I did film a clip afterwards of the spread that I made. I've gone on to write a prayer on there, but obviously I didn't film that because that's personal. But so I filmed the spread, So sorry I didn't film much else. And I think I gave a little clip of what the kind of platform looks like that this festive makers market is taking place on. Unlike the eHearts markets that I've done before, where they were on like kind of like a trestle page, this is on an actual separate website. And so far, I've heard that there's been over 100 people visit it, which is amazing because there's not actually many of us taking part because it's the very first one. So I think it's a lot of like just feeling it out. Helen, who's running it, has done an amazing job. She's doing it all by herself. So hats off to her. I'm kind of not expecting any sales because not that many people know what it is, and trying to, start trying to get people into thinking about Christmas in July is hard because not everybody is thinking that those kind of things. Although, obviously, as a small business, you're planning for Christmas in July because you have to get this stuff out. And it takes time to manufacture things. And actually, if you're spreading the cost, actually, it makes sense to kind of, I do certainly, buy things throughout the year and put them back for Christmas so that you don't have all that outlay and expense in the latter half of the year. But it is a culture shift. So trying to get people to think about Christmas when we're actually experiencing quite a lot of heat waves here in the UK is really hard. So I'm not expecting any sales. I can't say I've seen many new followers either. So yeah, it is what it is. I just wanted to support a fellow small business. So not expecting too much. And I'm glad I didn't put so many new products on the shop, just 2 more new products. So, but it's still Saturday. We've got another day of the market to go. We'll see. Anyhow, so I just wanted to give you a little update on that. But today I want to fill the back page of my sketchbook. If you watched my last sketchbook tour, I filled up my sketchbook, this one here. And I want to fill the back page of it. And I was going to do a bird. I decided to do a raven. So I found this copyright-free image online. And so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to save that on my iPad. And I'm going to trace over it. So I've got my own original line work to work from. And then I'm going to trace that line work onto the back page of my sketchbook. And I think we're going to start off by doing a little bit of drawing because, so many of my studio times in here, and if you're a small business, you'll know this, you spend more time doing admin and other bits and photography and obviously filming rather than just creating art itself, which seems crazy if you're an art business. So I want to start with some actual art today. And then we have some exciting things to do because I posted a reel recently and I was completely honest and quite vulnerable in it, saying how I had been turned down for 2 applications that I applied for. One was for an online marketplace. It was a Christian online marketplace. And that one really hurt because I knew friend of a friend was setting it up. I knew of her. And along with one other person, they were setting up this Christian marketplace, and loads of people applied. And I know it's nothing personal at all, but it hurt when I didn't get in. And obviously, like I said, so many people applied. They can't accept everyone. It's no shade on them at all. I can't imagine what a hard job that is. And obviously, they don't want too many similar artists and different makers going on there. So there's not too much competition, but it's still, rejection still hurts, doesn't it? You're like, what was it about my products or my photography that wasn't good enough? And then off the back of that, I applied for an online market, a bigger online market than I've took part in before. And I got rejected for that as well. I say rejected, it's a hard word. My application wasn't successful again. And they said, because we've had so much interest, we can't accept everyone, which is again, absolutely fine. But to have 2 rejections, back to back was really, really hard. And then me being me, I suffer from like imposter syndrome anyway. And, this feeling like, my art isn't good enough. Comparison is a thief of joy, right? I'm always comparing myself to other people, and which is never going to get you anywhere, is it? And anyway, I'm waffling too much, but I basically put this into a reel, and I was feeling really, really bad about stuff. And I was like to my husband, I was like, I don't know if I want to keep doing this, but equally I want to create art and I like sharing it. I enjoy it. And then I had a lovely order for one of my journaling kits, the full journal kit, which, isn't is £15, so it's not like pocket money. It's a substantial amount of money to a lot of people. And somebody to buy that full journaling kit for me, and it just came at exactly the right time. And I felt like it was God saying, do you know what, keep going, because your art isn't going to be for everyone, but it is for some people. And so it just shows how that one sale made, like, basically maybe do a 180 and just, like, restored my confidence in my art and my business. Anyway, I put this into a reel because I want to be more real in the reels, to be completely honest with everyone, that it's not all sunshine and rainbows running these small businesses. And off the back of that, oh, what a long-winded way of me explaining it, I do apologize. Off the back of that, I was contacted by another Christian marketplace, and actually a bigger Christian art marketplace, saying that they not only would love to stock my products, but that they were going to let me sign up for free. And what an amazing, amazing gift. And I didn't want to rush into it, even though it was like a really generous offer. I thought, I prayed, I've talked to my husband about it, and I'm going to give it a go. Now, because of that, I want to put a lot of my art on there. Now, at the moment, in order for my art to be accessible for people in different countries, I've been using a print-on-demand service, because of all the legalities about, tariffs going to the US and all the stuff in Europe. I've been using a print-on-demand service because they do that for you. It means that I'm not going to give any of my customers, unwanted charges, which I hate. I would hate to do that to you guys. So I've been using a print-on-demand service for that reason. But I won't be able to do that if I use this marketplace. So I need to look into and I don't want to go back to the stress of creating my art prints in-house, because my printer's old. I don't have the money to buy a new printer. Ink is expensive anyway. And with a growing toddler who, actually, the older kids get, the more they need of your time, I'm finding, well, certainly at this age. I just don't have the time to be faffing around with art prints. So I need to outsource it. So I need to look into somebody outsourcing. I'm going to do a very small quantity to begin with, because I don't know how this marketplace is going to work. But I really want to take this opportunity. I really feel that it's a God-ordained opportunity, and I really want to grab it with both hands. So this originally, this studio vlog was me documenting this festive makers market, but actually it's taking a turn, and that's really exciting. So I'm going to document a whole new journey on here, well, the start of it anyway. But yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing today. But to start off with, we're going to ground ourselves in art, which is the reason that I'm here. And hopefully we're going to do a lovely raven drawing. I'm not sure how it's going to turn out. I want to use these Conte de Paris pastel pencils that I mentioned before. Doesn't necessarily look like raven colours. However, the back page of my sketchbook is black, so we've got the base colour already. And if you look at this image of the raven, there's so many different colours in those feathers. And my art is semi-realistic, so we can go a bit rogue with the colours. I just want to give it a go. I really want to work with these pastel pencils again. And let's just have a good time. Let's not worry too much about perfection. Let's have a really nice time making some art, put some music on, and then we'll start looking at what we need to do to get ready for this new adventure of putting my art onto a different online platform. That was so much fun. I don't know how much you're going to be able to pick up on the camera. I've literally just sprayed it with fixative spray so that it doesn't smudge, but it doesn't show up that great on the camera now. But I had so much fun doing that. Yeah, it was quite a challenge actually to do it on black paper because you've already got your darkest darks, so you're working dark to light, but not trying to cover up the darks. That was quite a challenge, but I really enjoyed it. Like, it might not be the best raven, but it's just something nice to like finish off like the back of the sketchbook, because like at the start, I don't want to shut it because I've just sprayed it, but obviously I did those flowers next to my kingfisher, and now I've got a little raven friend for my elephant. So yeah, the sketchbook is officially finished. And I don't actually have any more sketchbooks. I'm going to ask for one for my birthday. My birthday is in August, end of August. So I've got over a month to wait for a sketchbook. So, but I do have a little bit of a project that I am going to be doing in that time. But that's going to be in a separate vlog, like a standalone vlog. But to give you a sneak peek, almost, not a peek, but a hint, it's going to be some big canvases. So it's going to be quite a long project for me, but I'm going to start it in this interim period where I haven't got a sketchbook to be working in. So that's going to be a whole standalone video. But so for now, what I want to do now is I'm going to jump on the computer and I am going to have a look at trying to order some art prints ready for this new online marketplace. It's called Kingdom Marketplace, if you want to go and check them out. If I remember, I'll try and tag them down below. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to document the whole process of setting up my shop on there in probably the next studio vlog. So if you want to know more about them, I'll probably chat about them as we go, and I'll obviously share my experiences and stuff. But yeah, so I'm going to do that, and then I'll probably come and chat to you. Maybe not today, because I want to share like my thoughts on the market overall. Just to kind of finish off the vlog and kind of finish off that journey. So I'll probably chat to you maybe in the week, because it goes on till tomorrow. Maybe I'll chat to you like Monday, Tuesday evening when little man's in bed, to close out the vlog. But thank you for joining me for doing the scrap packs and the raven. So yeah, I'm going to go and do the art prints now. I'm going to order them. I will film a few bits. And if anything else happens over the market, I'll film that, and I will join you at the end to close out the vlog, to share my thoughts on the market and everything else. Bit of a different location to close out the vlog. It's now Monday the 6th of July. I just thought I'd quickly update you. It is the evening, little man's in bed, so hence why I'm filming it down here. I was in two minds whether or not to keep the vlog going, because actually I started this vlog by wanting to document the Christmas market, which has been and gone now. It ended yesterday. But obviously, as I mentioned earlier, I had this unexpected message from Kingdom Marketplace reaching out. And obviously that led me to being open with you guys about my other applications that weren't successful and this new direction that I'm taking the business in. And so I was in two minds whether or not to keep the vlog going. But what I think I'm going to do is, you would have seen in the last clips that I've now ordered the prints that I want to sell. I'm just going to start off with a couple of prints on Kingdom Marketplace. I sent off my application. I actually got my application successfully received today. So basically now I can go ahead and set up my platform and things. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to put that in the next studio vlog. I'm going to document me setting up the platform. Hopefully then I can also document unboxing the prints and that kind of next stage of the journey, all in a separate studio vlog. So apologies if this vlog is a little bit mismatch. We have got quite a few random things going on in this one, but that's real life, isn't it? Real life is random and it takes twists and turns. So for the festive makers market, hats off to Helen. Like, it's really hard to set up these online events. People make it look easy. It's really not. You have to do a lot of prep, and like I said, for a new market to get off the ground, for people to notice it, is really, really hard. We did have quite a lot of people, like I said, like I think an opening night there was over 100 people on the site. Now, I personally didn't get any sales, and I think that's the same for a lot of people. Maybe a few people got a few sales, but realistically, we didn't sell anything. However, it's never wasted, and I'm glad that I was able to support Helen in this venture, and I hope it doesn't knock her confidence, and I hope that she runs another one in the future. So there isn't anything to share regarding that. But like I said, the Kingdom Marketplace, I'll do all of that in the next studio vlog. So thank you for joining me on this random few weeks. I think I started this vlog a few weeks ago now, so it's all gone into a bit of a blur. So the next studio vlog, like I said, will be setting up Kingdom Marketplace. We also have the craft fair that my husband and I are running. That is happening 2 weeks' time. So I am documenting that for you as well. And also this weekend, I am doing the first in 2 plein air trips with my mum. And that is going to be a standalone video as well. So lots of exciting videos coming for you. So if you don't want to miss them, please hit the notification bell, subscribe to my channel, and you'll be able to catch up on all the exciting things. I'm really excited for this new journey with Kingdom Marketplace. They will be going to Big Church Festival, which is a festival that I was lucky enough to show some of my products at last year. So it's great that actually I'll be represented again this year. We won't be actually going ourselves this year. So it's really great that they do that. And I'm really grateful for this opportunity. I'm keeping my options open. I'm going to test the waters with a few products and see how it goes. But actually, this might change the trajectory of my business. I've got a few ideas. I'll unpack them further in the next studio vlog. But I just wanted to close out this one. So I will see you in the next one, guys. God bless. Love you. Bye.